we are taking a look at the IWILLINK patch panel. This is a coupling patch panel. Basically, this is a type where you don't have to attach the Cat5, Cat6 cable. That doesn't have to be crimped on to the rear of it. So basically, it's a coupling one. It's like if you use couplers before to couple a cable. Basically, this is what this is for. Will do for you. So this is the front, and basically to the back. So what you would do instead of just crimping the cables to the rear, that's usually what the other type of patch panels do. You'll have a crimping section in the back. It would make it a lot easier, for depending on your projects. I think this is just basically an excellent time saver. This is a Cat6 rated one. At this point, I haven't fully used it or anything. I'm just getting it for a project that we're working on, and we'll see, how it actually works for us. I've seen some of the reviews, and basically for the application that we're going to be using, we're not going to be plugging and unplugging, so this should work well for us. This is not going to be a dynamic situation where we have to be plugging and unplugging things, but basically it's going to be a patch panel where once we set it, that should be, maybe we add a few things here and there as we go along, as the needs are required. But basically this will give us the ease of just basically terminating the bundle of cables and then just plugging them in the rear section of the patch panel, and then you just will jump it from here to our switch. In this case, that's what we're going to be doing, our switch, or a device in this, or a device if needed be. But basically, this is going to be going to a switch, a 24-port switch. This is a 24 patch bay and patch panel, and we also purchased a 48-port. So this is it. There's not much to it. Basically, we're going to go ahead and mount it to a rack mount here, which we just did a video as well for it. But things are labeled here in the back, so you can, once you connect the cables, you can tie wrap them, neatly organize them. So that's where it comes with. It comes with the hardware for that. It comes with some tie wraps, and it comes with the mounting screws for it. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and get this mounted on our rack, and we're going to just basically do it on the top. We already did one. I'll show you the final one that we already did have mounted, and we're ready to take into the project site. But I'm going to show you just simple, add 4 screws, mount them onto your rack. But just for the sake of it, I want to show you. Basically, we're grabbing our patch panel. I'm just going to remove this little hardware piece. We don't need it for the moment. And this is basically, we're going to mount it on the top section like so. So for us to be able to do that, we're going to go ahead and get these nuts that are going to be going clipped in the back. So I'm just going to try to get I'll get a close up to it. All right, so this is what we're going to be using. That's just a normal piece that's using Rex, and basically we mount it in the rear. We press it down and then it goes in place. We leave a space in between. This is a 1U unit, so that's what the spacing that it'll need. So the screws are there now, 1, 2, and we'll get ready for the other side. Again, one goes on the very top. For my design, that's what we wanted. If we need to change it around, we might have to, but for our case, I think this is what we needed. And okay, so we're ready to screw that in. So basically, I would normally just hand set a couple of them first, and then we'll tighten them up. Let's get to do that like that. and then just barely get it in. Oops. I think this other side is going to be easier for me now. I just got the camera on this side and it's a little uncomfortable. Sorry. Goes in the front. And I use my finger in the back to just kind of hold this in place because it can push it out. So I don't want to push it out. I just want to try to get it in place. There you go. And getting the feeling how that goes. And all right. A little fiddling with it, and I can feel now it went in. And that's all I need. I just need some to kind of hold it in place. And this one, here we go. We'll do the same thing. There's that. I can visually see the, where's my screw? That's the rear, and I just removed the side panel in this case. I'll be able to easily work and get the cables, worked in here and then plugged in the back, and also attach this later. So that's basically it. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten up the screws, and I can call it a day for this. This is done. That's that 24 port IWILLLINK patch through or pass through patch panel. All right, well, thank you for joining us.